Good morning, boys and girls and families. We are here to do Sunday school when we welcome you here this morning on this glorious day. For those of you who don't know me, I am Jamie Holzer, and I have with me...
I'm Julia.
And I'm Jacqueline.
So good morning to everyone out there. Before we get started too far, we will light our candle as we have been doing every week. So go ahead, Jacqueline, and light our candle. And boys and girls, why do we light the candle? What does that show us?
Because Jesus is the light of the world.
And he is with us always. So before we go any further and learn about what our story is this week, we are going to go ahead and have you guys share pows and wows from your week, and also go ahead and light your candle at home, and then also watch the first music video that we have. So go ahead and do those things, and we'll be back with you soon. Welcome back, boys and girls. I hope that you enjoyed discussing your pows and wows and listening to the music video and singing along. Today's topic we are talking about is, are you brave? So talking about bravery, and are you brave as a boy and girl during different situations? I have some questions that I'm going to ask, and during those questions, I will pause. I want you to stand up if you feel like you can be brave and answer yes to the question, or squat down if you feel like you cannot be brave during this situation. So the first question is, are you brave enough to walk backward with your eyes closed? Yes, stand tall. Squat down, no. Are you brave enough to sing a silly song really loud at recess? Are you brave enough to let yourself fall backward and believe your friends will catch you? My girls are standing tall in that one. Are you brave enough to go into a store and buy something for yourself? Are you brave enough to cross a busy street? Maybe if there's a crosswalk, right? Maybe if you have the sign?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you brave enough to stand at the edge of a mountain and look down? I don't know.
Yeah, I would fall and get creeped out.
I don't like heights, so
Yeah.
I would not sure if I would do that either. I'm not sure if I'm brave enough. Are you brave enough to tell the truth, even if it might get you in trouble? Ooh.
I
Kind of would. Are you brave enough to tell a grown-up when you see other kids doing something that might hurt someone else? Feel like you can be brave enough in that situation? Those are some tough questions, and sometimes hard to be brave in certain situations. Well, with your families, I'd like you guys to discuss two questions. What's the hardest thing about being brave, and how do you decide whether to be brave or not? Go ahead and discuss those, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Boys and girls, I hope you had a great discussion with your families about being brave and how you may have been brave. The girls are going to share, Jacqueline and Julia are going to share a story from each of their experiences about being brave.
I got lost at a water park, and I went down this slide, and my mom said she would meet me down there, and I looked around the place and I couldn't find her, so I had to ask a store person that was working there to try to help me find my mom and dad and my family.
And that was pretty scary, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being lost is never fun. Jacqueline?
I went down a hill and I fell hard and I had to go find my mom and dad.
On your bike?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty scary, wasn't it? Because you're going too fast. So those are times when the girls have had to be brave and have done their best to be brave. Today, our Bible story is about someone who had to decide whether or not to be brave. And as our topic is, are you brave? Let's find out how she got herself ready for the challenge. So today our Bible story is about Esther. And in a moment, we'll have you guys explore that story of Esther with the script that came in the email and with your Bibles. But first, before we get started, we have to practice a little something, because in the script there will be bolded named words for different folks in the Bible story, and we want you to do something each time you hear their names. So for Esther, we want you to say, "Ooh, pretty." And for Mordecai, we want you to say, "Wise fellow." And for Haman, we want you to say, "Humph." And Xerxes, "Your Majesty."
Your Majesty.
So let's go through that one more time. So girls, I want you guys to participate. So for Esther, we're going to say, "Ooh, pretty." For Mordecai, we're going to say, "Wise fellow." For Haman, we're going to say, "Humph." And Xerxes, "Your Majesty." So why don't you guys go ahead and grab your script and your Bibles and have a fun time learning about Esther and how she was brave. Welcome back, boys and girls. Life is definitely full of hard times. It's great to know that we can face all of our hard times with God's help. How is God with us? We can remind ourselves that when we light the candle, He is always with us. Just like in Matthew 28:20, which I will read, "Teach them to obey everything I have commanded you. I am with you always to the very end of the age." So God is always with us. And just like God was always with Esther, He is always with us too. So be brave and courageous. It always is helpful if someone is with you on your side, and Jesus surely is. All right, we also have a fun craft activity for you guys to do. There's 2 different options today. We have a coloring sheet, which Julie is going to explain.
So this activity sheet, you can color Esther, and then you can make your own hero, and then color both of them.
So you choose a hero of your own, and you color that along with Esther. All right, Jacqueline, you want to explain your activity?
So this one is a puzzle. And you can color it and then cut on the outside gray lines and cut on the gray lines inside and put together your story puzzle.
Awesome. So why don't you go ahead and do those activities, and we will be back shortly.